Hey guys, it's Max Lee here. First of all, I want to apologize to all my subscribers because I haven't been uploading videos for almost 5 months. So during that period of time, I was busy dealing with my personal life. I came through some pretty tough time in my life. And during that time, I cannot focusing on making videos or doing other stuff. So I stopped uploading videos. The second reason is I don't have a job right now. I am jobless, so I cannot just keep buying stuff and doing the review because I have to save the money first. Right now, I still don't have a job and my channel is not monetized, but I have saved some money until now so I can keep doing the review from now on. I'm sorry, my apology, and I will keep posting from today. Now I get my apology out of the way, let's just take a look at today's review unit, this vertical mouse. You may heard of vertical mouse in your life before, but for some reasons you just don't want to switch from your normal mouse to this vertical mouse. And I know most of the people who know vertical mouse had tried or at least know how it feels. But this one is pretty special because the price. Okay, I got this thing for around $8 to $9. $8 to $9 is okay price on my channel. Okay, I have something even cheaper, I think. Today we are going to take a look at maybe the cheapest vertical mouse I can find. That is Delux M618. You know this company's name, Delux? If you add a E in the end of the brand name, it will become Deluxe. It's the same pronunciation, but they know they are not going to do that because Deluxe is a little bit too much for their brand. So they just, I just get rid of the E and we are cool. First of all, let's talk about the design. Okay, it is a vertical mouse. So for a vertical mouse, it is pretty tall and pretty wide if you compare it to a normal mouse. The entire mouse presents in a common cylindrical shape, round, basically no sharp edge. On the left side, there's your left mouse button and right mouse button. Or in this case, I think I should call them the up and down mouse button. The mouse wheel is in the middle of the left and right button. The left mouse button is basically a flat surface, and the right mouse button has a little bit of curve or a groove, whichever you like to call it. On the left side, here is a place for your thumb. The above and below are two buttons for forward and backward. On top, there is a key for changing DPI. Press this button to change the DPI however you want. The mouse has a huge chunk area covered with rubber, which I think is rubber, with anti-slip strip texture on it. But it actually feels pretty hard, not soft, and a lot like plastic. Although I just convinced myself it is rubber, just with pretty bad quality, so it feels pretty hard, not soft. It feels kinda rough. If you want the smooth grip feeling, you may not find it here, but it does keep your hand hold on it pretty tight on the surface. Also, here is a palm rest that comes with this mouse. If you want, you can just plug this in the back of the mouse like this. Okay, so now you have a vertical mouse with a palm rest that is not really comfortable, but I would take it, it's free. And if one thing I'm going to critique the design, that is you don't have a place for your pinky finger. Your pinky just trying its best to stick around at the edge and trying not to fall off the edge. I mean, you can make the side a little bit bigger, please. I mean, you can put it on it, but just a little bit tight, okay? A little bit crowd. So what is it feels like to click the button on this mouse? Well, to summarize, the left and right button is okay. It has the clicky feeling, but not too much. Also, there are some emptiness when pressing on it. The key travel distance is basically non-existent. Overall, the left and right button feels a little bit cheap, but within this price range, it is reasonable. By emptiness, I mean you can hear when I press it. It is just not satisfied to press it. You can feel a little bit soft. The forward and backward button, on the other hand, is too clicky and crisp. It feels like the button comes from most of the gaming mouse. You can feel the key being pressed and the sound is clear and crisp. But these two buttons are a little bit soft, so if you are not careful or the movement is too big, your thumb can accidentally press on them. For the DPI button, who cares? You may use it here or there, definitely not all the time. Forward and backward. Listen. This should be the sound or feeling for the left and right button, not this. They just mess around, you know. The right feeling for the button should be this. This actually feels more like it. Okay, so the design is okay. The key press is kind okay, but does it good overall? First of all, let's talk about the sensor. This sensor supports 4 different DPI speed from 800 to 3200. It can cover most of the use cases, so you don't need to worry about the speed. The range of return in default is 500 Hz, but you can use the control panel. Yes, there is a control panel for this super cheap mouse. You can bump up the range of return up to 1000 Hz. So for an $8 mouse, the sensor itself is an overkill. So does that mean this mouse feels good? First of all, the grip is comfortable, but it is a little bit hard for you to precisely moving the mouse around. When you move around with this mouse for the first couple hours, you can feel the difficulty when you want to point your mouse to a specific spot. This is because you are not really getting used to the vertical grip, and this mouse is big for most of the people. If you have a small hand, you can really feel the pain when move it around. Your wrist will feel tired, your finger will getting fatigued, and it may take some time to get used to it. But for some people, you may never feel right, because some people just they don't like the vertical grip. It is true that it is good for your posture, it is good for your joint for a long term. But the problem is not everybody have a big enough hand to hold this thing moving around forever. For a normal mouse like this one, you just hold your hand on it. That's it. Drag this around. But for a vertical mouse, you are not put your hand on the mouse. You hold it from the side. You may use the force of your finger to move it around. If you find yourself still a little bit hard to get used to a vertical mouse after a very long period of use time, like a few days, a week, you still feel like, okay, this is shit, switch back to the normal mouse. It means this is not for you. You may notice something at this point. To answer how good or how bad a vertical mouse can be is really depend on users themselves. It all comes to whether or not you like the shape, the weight, the size of the mouse. And the most important factor, what are you going to do with this mouse? Are you going to play games with this mouse? Are you just going to browse the internet? Are you going to do the design in Photoshop, edit the videos in Premiere? Or you just to drag or drop this, drag or drop that? What's the purpose? If you want to play games, especially competitive gaming, I'd say for most of the people, I don't recommend to buy a vertical mouse, although it is damn cheap. Like the first-person shooter games, for example, it's really not meant to be played with a vertical mouse. You just cannot get the precise aiming when using a vertical mouse, no matter how long you practice. You may think, okay, I feel pretty good to aim with a vertical mouse, but compared to using a ordinary mouse, okay, the regular mouse, the vertical mouse can never ever be precise as this one. If you want to play a game like City Skyline, then this mouse is okay because you don't have to aim precisely. You just need to take your time to point and click. This is totally doable. But if you are doing a office work, I highly recommend you switch from a traditional mouse to this one. A vertical mouse can really relieve your wrist to some degree. Your hand will feel pretty neutral like this. Okay, if you are going to sit in front of your office computer for more than 8 hours a day, I highly recommend you can switch to a vertical mouse. No matter the price, it will benefit your hand, it will benefit your wrist. So for me, this $8-9 vertical mouse, I can give it 7 out of 10 because it is so cheap that everybody can afford it. Even you don't have a job like me, you can get one. If you want gaming, just leave it alone, okay? Don't buy a vertical mouse for gaming. But other than that, if you are not a gamer, you just want to have a vertical mouse in your office, go ahead and grab this thing. It's pretty cheap, it is affordable, and it is easy to use. And lastly, my apologize again. I'm sorry. This video made me feel a little bit rough because I haven't been shooting videos for a long time. It takes time to catch up and to keep improve my video quality. Thank you again for sticking around. Even though I don't have that many subscribers, but every single subscriber is equally important for me. Anyway, hope you enjoyed today's video. Like and subscribe for more content, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.